Hello, you've reached Recapist. If you'd like to leave a message, please do so after the beep.
Hello, this is the original Spy with the first part of the recap for Daleks in Manhattan. We begin at a Follies theater starring some chickie named Tallulah. We know this because some props person was nice enough to put posters up in the box office. The music tells us it's the 1930s, and the accents tell us that it's either New York or an extremely bad gangster film. Tallulah's in the dressing room, trying to make some time with her boyfriend Laszlo, but Laszlo is too much of a gentleman, eliciting promises from her to meet his mother and giving her roses. But the couple is being harassed by the other Follies dancers about Tallulah getting her ass on stage. Tallulah, winning the ironic costume award of the year, is dressed like an angel, yelling back that she's trying to get some. Well, she doesn't exactly say it like that, but it is the obvious subtext. Once Tallulah heads off on stage, Laszlo is attacked by a man, or something that looks like a man but actually has a pig's head, in the props room. And I'm getting a flashback to Aliens of London and World War III with Christopher Eccleston.
Hello, you've reached Recapist. If you'd like to leave a message, please do so after the beep.
Hi guys, it's me again, and let me just say this 1-minute message machine thing sucks. So after the opening credits, Martha's pleased to be brought to the real New York, not the new New York. I may have left one out or added a couple extra, I don't know, I'm not saying it again. So they're standing there admiring the Statue of Liberty, and the Doctor feels the need to give a history lesson. That New York was once called New Amsterdam, which I think would actually make a really damn fine title for a fall show, don't you think? They're not too sure about the date, as the Empire State Building's not yet complete, so Martha picks up a newspaper and we find out it's November 1st, 1930. New York during the Depression? She's gonna miss the slums of New York. Talk about give me your tired, poor, and huddled masses. The headline of the newspaper Martha's picked up talks about the Hooverville mystery deepening, so they have to go and investigate. I'll say it's a mystery, because how can they go investigate something which, according to, I don't know, history or Wikipedia, didn't exist until 1931?
Hello, you have reached Recapist. If you would like to leave a message, please do so after the beep. If you are trying to leave a recap, please type it up and post it to the site.
Ha! Not getting rid of me that easily. So after a brief Hooverville history lesson from the Doctor and a walk through the devastation, we watch as some kid does a good impression of Jean Valjean and steals a loaf of bread. This introduces us to Solomon, the leader of Hooverville, who then promptly breaks the bread and gives a sermon. Hooverville is truly an equal society, that no matter what your profession once was, your life is still crap. Oh my god, there are communists living in Central Park. What Solomon doesn't understand is how in the wake of all this devastation, something as big and as beautiful as the Empire State Building can still be built. Speaking of the Empire State Building, the foreman is talking to the site manager, who's not very happy with the speed his workers are being asked to move at. So, the site manager introduces him to his boss, the title characters, or villains, in this episode. And once the foreman is taken off for extermination, the site manager promises that the building will be done by the time the gamma ray strike hits.
Hello, you have reached Recapist. If you would like to leave a message, please do so after the beep. If you are still trying to leave a recap, please refer to our previous message.
Let me explain to you the Hooverville mystery. Actually, that would take too long, so let me sum up. People are gone. So Mr. Diagoras, that site manager dude from earlier who has some sort of weird power no one can explain, is offering a whole $1 a day for people to go down into the sewer and clean up a tunnel collapse. The Doctor's all like, ooh, pick me, pick me! And Martha's all, hells no! But they wind up in the sewer with Solomon and this week's representative schmuck, Frank. We also get interrupted down in the sewer by a couple things. 1, there's no tunnel collapse. 2, there's a weird jellyfishy looking thing that looks like it might have grown up near 3 Mile Island. Except, it's definitely not human. 1,000 feet above our hapless heroes, there's been orders to put some plates on the top of the Empire State Building, and the material looks suspiciously Dalek-y. Of course, the Daleks are showing contempt for New York and humanity on the whole, but they do have respect for one thing, the cold-hearted son of a bitch Diagoras, who would make an excellent Dalek.
To reach Recapist. If you'd like to leave a message, please do so after the beep. If you're yet again trying to leave a recap, did you miss the point of our last 2 messages?
Dear Recapist people, I'm on your machine ignoring your messages. So Diagorus is brought to see the rest of the cult of Skaro in the laboratory, and he's all groveling, being like, "Oh yay, you're just like Voldemort and good at legimancy because you've been sending thoughts into my brain." And I think that's gotta end the Harry Potter analogy, or else I'm gonna go into my favorite character died rant, and then people will probably kill me for giving away spoilers. Down in the sewers, the Dr. Martha, Solomon, and Frank hear squeeing, and not the fangirly type either, and find that they are attacked by a herd of pigmen. And yes, the correct term here is in fact herd, not gaggle or group or anything like that. The Dr., Solomon, and Martha escape through a manhole while Frank is captured. They wind up actually right in the prop room of Tallulah's theater, and she's holding them hostage with a prop gun. She tells the whole sordid Laszlo affair, and the accent that she has is so gratingly fake that I feel about it the way I do about Canadian accents on TV, ya hoser.
Hello, you have reached Recapist. If you'd like to leave a message, please do so after the beep. This message is not meant for recaps. Messages only.
While the Doctor is raiding the prop room to build some DNA scanny thing, Tallulah and Martha are having some girly bonding moments and talking about the woes of the Depression and men. Tallulah even offers Martha her sympathy for not having the Doctor's love. Tallulah blames musical theater. I did air quotes there, but you couldn't really see me. One important thing, though, one proof that Laszlo is still alive, is that Tallulah keeps getting roses. Back in Hooverville, Solomon is warning everybody about the pigmen, and Hooverville forms its own militia. On the top of the Empire State Building, the workers are nearly done with the new additions. Inside the Empire State Building, Dalek is ready for the final experiment. The rest of the cult of Skaro are concerned about Dalek racial purity, and I think in 1930 a mirror of this conversation is being had on the other side of the Atlantic. What is this final experiment? To join Diagorus with Sek, which sort of looks like what I think the last moments of a Black Widow spiders, the male ones, life is like.
Hello, you have reached Recapist. If you would like to leave a message, please do so after the beep. Spy, please, cut it out.
After mocking Martha's Shakespeare experience, Tallulah invites her to see a real show, which is really just one song called My Angel Put the Devil in Me, and we learn two things. One, Tallulah is a crappy, so you think you can dance mockable reject crappy, dancer. Two, Martha, who is spotted half-pig Laszlo, doesn't have the sense God gave a roadkill squirrel as she cuts across the stage to get to him instead of using the backstage passage. Meanwhile, the Doctor's figured out what the damn title told us. It's Dalek, the thing from the sewer. Ooh, big shock. Of course, this takes a backseat to the abduction of Martha by the pigmen, so the Doctor has to go back down in the sewer, this time with Tallulah. And we get to learn three things. 1, Frank's not dead. 2, David Tennant gets his British Emmy scene with, they survive, they always survive while I lose everything. Sniff. And 3, Tallulah is as thick as a stack of bricks because it takes her like 5 minutes to recognize Laszlo, even though he still has his brain.
Hello, you've reached Recapist. If you would like to leave a message, please do so after the beep. Spy, we mean it. Please stop calling.
There's just a little bit of this episode left, and then I'm done, I promise. So Laszlo leads the Doctor and Tallulah up to where the captives are, and explains that they will be split into two halves. 1, the dumb half will become pigmen. This includes Southern Gentleman Frank, and I'm really hoping this isn't a crack in stereotyping. The other half, the smart half, which includes Martha, will be part of the final experiment. So the Doctor surreptitiously joins the group headed up to the lab and tells Martha that she can kiss him later in gratitude for trying to save her. He makes the same offer to Frank, and I think he's channeling Captain Jack Harkness. In case you're wondering, Tallulah is left lost in the sewers, kind of like her career. Once in the laboratory, Martha, at the behest of the Doctor, demands to know what's going on, and then we witness Dalek evolution. With dramatic music, the new Dalek emerges and announces, "I am a human Dalek. I am your future." And he should have added, "And I'm really not that frickin' scary. I'm actually kind of funny looking." And to think, this is just the first half of a two-parter.